Hey everybody, today I want to talk about a boy and his piece of shit first car. Now if anybody's watching this who I went to high school with, they will tell you that my first car was a 79 Honda Accord. And this is in 1997, 1998, and let me tell you, this thing was an absolute piece of shit on wheels. I mean, this is in the, at that time, cars' odometers still rolled over at 100,000 miles, and God knows how many miles were on this thing by the time I got it. And, one of the things that I always what really struck me about that particular car is, first of all, I would beat the living shit out of it. And any of my old school chums will tell you the same thing. I mean, that car, it for being a piece of shit when I got it, I just absolutely destroyed it even further. But what was always so crazy about it to me is no matter how bad of a failure that car had, which, one time the entire brake system was completely shot, but it was still stopping for me. The motor blew up, but it still got me home and then to the mechanic. The carburetor went bad, you name it. But what always really struck me about that particular car is its resilience, okay? Even though this little jackass 16, 15-year-old kid was driving it and beat the living shit out of it, and it was already well behind its usable years, it sure as hell would not give up, right? And for me, that's why, Honda has always been my brand, right? Even though, for whatever reason, it just really stuck with me. And then my second car was a Pontiac, which was, it was a piece of shit. I didn't even have to beat it that hard for it to blow up and get thrown away pretty quickly. But then my third car was a Honda again. And this is before I even knew the story about Soichiro Honda. And that is that, he was born in the early 1900s, and he initially started a company, making piston rings, and was rejected by Toyota for being poor quality. Well, most people would just give up at that point, but not him, right? He went back to the drawing board until he got accepted by by Toyota. And then one day, he's traveling. He strapped a motor onto a bicycle, as a matter of fact, and started cruising around the Japanese war-torn island, right, in Japan. It was completely destroyed.